naturally increase, which also means that additional jobs and more revenue could be generated for our citizenry, in particular, you people in Yomi. The development and promotion of museums and historic sites, therefore, constitute part and parcel of our cultural heritage development program.
The British built this fort in 1832 to get ahead of slave traders. That endeavor proved successful, and 200 years later, as officials moved to restore and preserve the past, a small grant program has enabled them to get involved in Fort Bulan's history yet again. British High Commissioner David Mullen.
The heritage and history provide an important link between our generations. It's really part of growing up to listen to one's parents and uncles and aunties telling you what it was like in their day. And this becomes extremely difficult when the signs of history have fallen away. So it really is a hugely impressive event today. And for me to come and see what I could perhaps describe as a little bit of the UK still here on the North Bank in such fine condition is really heartwarming.
Here officials unveiled the new museum, reincarnating Fort Bulan's past. Inside this structure, one will find an enticing exhibition portraying records of an action-packed era of local kings, British soldiers, and the wonder of times long gone. Ibrahima Jata, GRTS. Okay.
Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital is poised to ditch its manual record-keeping system and embrace a modern computerized method. The disclosure was made at the handing over of an assortment of electronic gadgets worth $28,000 by the Gambian ambassador in Turkey and Turkey International Cooperation Development Agency TICA. Famara Fofone reports.
Of the Medical Records Office is something that I look forward to. Because as the principal private secretary to the chief medical director, many a times I receive calls from UK, abroad, anywhere, looking for patients. And it is only through the computerization that I'll be able to assess them. With the click of a button on the computer and the name or an age or a date of birth, I'll be able to get the patient's name.
Aissatou Gay Diouf, wife of Gibril Diouf, the Gambia's ambassador to Turkey, spearheading the donation of $28,000 worth of materials to the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital. She used the event to also return thanks to TICA, that is the Turkey International Cooperation Agency, for supporting her own charity in its drive to help development initiatives in the Gambia. The Chief Medical Director, Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, Professor Osman Nyan, applauded TICA and the Gambia's top diplomat in Ankara for working towards realizing one of the hospital's most important dreams.
This initiative, which is meant to upgrade the records management of the hospital, is very much timely and welcome. It is, of course, a big challenge and also an opportunity for the hospital to improve on some of its procedures.
As the hospital authorities gather to receive the items, including 18 computers, 14 printers, 2 servers, Professor Nyan disclosed that work on the networking is ongoing thanks to TICA. Speaking at the presentation ceremony, the deputy head of mission at the Gambian embassy in Turkey, Sereny Modunjai, expressed appreciation to the president of the Turkey International Cooperation Agency for the support he has been rendering to the people of the Gambia. Njai also recognized the efforts of Ambassador Gibril Diouf and his opposite number in the Gambia, Ali Reza, for their role in cementing Banjul-Ankara ties.
Let me also thank the management, the hospital management also, for the support also they've been giving us. We have said that there are lots of opportunities that we can gain from Turkey, and I think this is going to kickstart the relationship, between between Francis Small Hospital and other, institutions. I mean, health institutions also in Turkey. Already the foundation has been laid. All that we need to do is just to push forward and then to be able to at least get the necessary support, from Turkey.
The Turkey's ambassador to the Gambia, His Excellency Ali Reza, said his government is looking forward to developing relations with the Gambia not only in terms of rendering assistance of this nature, but by extension exploring other means of cooperation in the interest of both countries.
Turkish Cooperation Agency not only doing for the hospital Edward Francis, they are doing also in the region huge assistance. You know, in Gambia there is a foundry, GTTI, that has been also assisted by the Turkish Cooperation Agency. Inshallah, in the future, with the efforts of Ambassador Juf, who is a very dear friend of me and he is a very valuable person for the Gambia, he is also doing very much to develop our relations. Inshallah, I will also do my best to do this.
This equipment that are meant to computerize record system of the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, if put in place, would enhance the recording and retrieval of vital information at the country's leading referral hospital. Famara Fofana, GRTS.
For weeks, police officers have been trying to identify 6 people whose remains are lying at the mortuary waiting to be claimed by relatives and their next of kin. In an interview with GRTS, the police public relations officer, Cadet Inspector David Kujabi, revealed that the bodies were recovered from various locations. Abdullah Baji reports.
Been a busy few weeks for police as they attempt to garner information about a number of unsolved deaths in and around the Greater Banjul area and the West Coast region. The PRO of the Gambia Police Force, in an exclusive interview with GRTS, spoke of the discovery by the police of 6 unidentified dead bodies at various locations. The dead bodies, which comprise of 2 women and 4 men, are still yet to be claimed by their immediate families and have been lying at the mortuary since March. 2 of the victims, according to police, died as a result of tragic road accidents, which includes a young lady and a man, both believed to be in their late 20s. 3 of the bodies to have been recovered from Tangi, Palm Beach and Bakau Beach are middle-aged men, while the last one, a woman believed to be in her 60s, was found in a well in Farato.
These things happen at various parts of the country. 2 of them are accident-related, and the first one involves a young man, and he was found somewhere around Gunjur. Yes, this happened since on the 14th of March. He has been brought to the mortuary. Efforts have been tried to locate his family from Gunjur onto Katong and the surroundings, but nobody seems to know this man. He is currently lying at the mortuary and he's not identified. The second one involves a road traffic accident since the 31st of March. It involves a young lady. She was knocked by a car. She got unconscious, but then she regained consciousness. But unfortunately, she could not talk. For the past week, she was there not until just yesterday when she passed away at 4:45 a.m. And no family member has come forward to find out about her. The other is a case of drowning in a well in Farato, and this one happened since the 26th of March. It involves an old lady. We want to believe she is in her late 50s to early 60s. She has not been identified yet. The other 3 are cases of drowning. They've been found in various beaches. One was found at Bakau on the 3rd of March. The other was found at the Tangier Beach on the 2nd of April. And the other one was found at Palm Beach on the 1st of March. All these bodies are currently lying at the mortuary unidentified.
The PRO said efforts in locating their immediate families have not been successful and seized the opportunity to appeal to the general public to report any missing persons to the nearest police station to avoid such situations.
We searched through the body to find if there is any kind of document on them, but unfortunately none of these bodies were found. No document was found on any of these bodies. Imagine, especially these 2 road traffic accidents. I mean, under normal circumstances, people should travel with their identification cards. These people don't have their identification cards. If they had their identification cards, surely we would have been able to locate the family.
Cadet ASP David Kujabi amplified the call for the citizenry to always carry identification documents to ease the work of the police.
I want to conclude by stating that if after a while these bodies have not been identified or claimed by any family members, we will have to seek the consent of the coroner to have the bodies